And we're gonna go live in 3. Well, we're already live. Doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Hello and welcome to another Warcraft the audio commentary. Today we're gonna be watching another game that was played just this month, but it's also in patch 1.24. If you watched the last game, we kind of go over a brief amount of discussion on the changelog between now and back then for this patch. But again, this is a recent game just played on one of the Chinese clients that plays older patches for whatever reason. Let's go ahead and introduce our players and our map. Our map is Echo Isles, and our players are going to be A1 SoK, spawning in as the red human on the left side. Now, like I said before, I think this is eMaLfans, who is going to the army in a couple months, and it kills me, but that's not the point. On the right side of the map, we have NGu.Johker, spawning in as the blue night elf. And of course, eMaLfans is going to come over here with a shop, or not a farm. A scout farm. Scout's the word I was looking for. And a farm. So, a scout farm. Yay! And one more announcement, because if you're watching this on YouTube, it's not in HD quality. That's because I am streaming these live on twitch.tv from about 8 to 9 o'clock. That's going to be my goal. Maybe 3 to 4 times a week. Maybe more, maybe less, we'll see. But that's my goal, because I don't have the internet right now to stream in HD, and uploading's taking way too long to upload HD, so this is kind of the compromise, at least for another month or two. Maybe we'll do some just YouTubes, but that's not the point. So if you want to check these out live, that's when you can do it, 8 to 9 p.m. roughly, at twitch.tv/Purby, or at the YouTube at youtube.com/SharePurby. However you want to do it, doesn't really matter. Down here you can see the Joker is going for what most likely is going to be a Dark Ranger Archer build. That's what it's looking like, right? Looks a lot like it.
Players' forces are under attack.
So we'll see. This is pretty standard stuff. You kind of keep your Moonwells down here. You put your Ancient of War down here, because this is the thing you're going to have to probably end up protecting in a lot of cases while you're creeping, because you got creeps that you're going to creep down here, there, right there, that green maybe, and this orange. So you've got like 3 oranges, 1 or 2 greens, and that's only if you're taking a lot of harass. Now we're going to see a Mountain King coming out first for eMaLfans. Mountain King, not really a standard timing at all. Or I said timing. I read the chat. Mountain King, not really a standard hero at all. Not in this matchup. On this map, not really. Not really, but hey, he's doing it. And we're gonna see how they plays out with this. Indeed, it's gonna be the Dark Ranger coming over here. And he's gonna have to be a little bit worried about dealing with this. He doesn't have any kind of skeletons out just yet. He did manage to pick up a Forestro Berserker by pulling the creeps out of the mercenary camp. And he's going to use these Moonwells to try to keep his army alive, which should not be too hard to do. And while he's not having to worry about having things go down, you will creep out a little bit. Make sure you can start picking up these Lesser Dark Minion army. Going to have an Archer just about die, but that must be the max range that you can heal at a Moonwell from. SoK might even be going, wow, really? But, you know, nonetheless, it did get healed up, and he's going to be able to take one of these archers down for sure with a bolt to finish him off. That Mountain King's starting to take some damage, and he's going to be able to back out here just a little bit. He's chasing an archer down. Might just go ahead and start right-clicking on it one more time. Why not? And, there you go. I mean, this has significantly slowed Joker down. I mean, normally by 3.5 minutes with this strategy, you want to be just about finishing up this mercenary camp, and he hasn't even started it yet. So that's a little bit of a pain for him. And eMaLfans saying, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and creep out my expansion using my militia by themselves. They're good at this. They know what they're doing. They're fine. He's going to let them do that, no problem. And he's going to come right back in and continue the harass. He says, I don't want you creeping this out. Really good timing right there. Says, as soon as you start that pull, I'm coming in. And it's going to work out really well. He's had to root down the Ancient of War. Like I said, he's going to take a lot of damage on that, and he has done just that. Over here we can see, no problem at all. Those militia were totally able to be responsible adult militia and creep this out. As soon as the militia starts fading away, though, it's like, oh, we better really finish this guy off. But he does, no problem. This time, trying to go for the Forestro Berserker during that pull out of the mercenary creep camps. Mr. Joker did decide to pick up another thing which would be a Forestro Berserker. It's going to go down, unfortunately, to a bash. Ooh, unfortunate for him. This Ancient of War hasn't picked back up. Has he eaten a tree yet? No, he hasn't. He's going to sit right back down where he is. Says, I gotta do what I gotta do. It sounded like a, maybe a Moonwell got killed right there? Or I'm not sure what happened. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I heard the sound, so I don't know. Nonetheless, we have a Moonwell right here. Joker is teching. He's getting pretty close to level, or to tier 2. Here we can see the Mountain King actually has a lot more experience than Joker does in this case. Look at that. The Mountain King almost halfway through level 2. Whereas the Dark Ranger, about halfway through level 1, so no skeletons at all either. No skeletons on the map. This is just something that's really unfortunate for Joker. And of course, eMaLfans want to pick this up as well, so getting at the expansion. Now, Joker should probably know that he does know that the militia kind of soul crept something. He knows something was crept out, and I don't think he's had the time to go down there and scout yet, but he will with the skeleton at some point in the game. But he probably suspects, right, that the Mountain King player here, because he saw it level up, and he knew that it wasn't going to level up from the experience that he got. And he's making Huntresses at this point, which is not a bad idea, because they're going to be a lot more durable than those archers in the early game, especially versus the Mountain King. And he's moving down this way. He's running down this way, so he knows now for sure. Yes, indeed. I don't even need to scout it. You're running this way towards it. You have an expansion. And that's going to kind of be a problem for Joker because he doesn't have his own expansion up yet, but he has thrown it down already in that pretty standard location by the mercenary creeps, because he can build that there and then walk it down here, no problem. But he needs to creep all that stuff out. And Joker's saying, I'm going to try to kill this Dark Tower, and will he be able to get that down before it finishes? Unfortunately, he won't, which means he's not going to get it down with this army. And he's going to have to back out, and militia are coming in to reinforce this army, and maybe going to get us around on that Huntress? No, not going to happen at all. He's going to get out of there, and there's an Arcane Vault for the Mountain King to go ahead and start picking up some nice items. Clarities, maybe. Ring of Scroll of Regeneration, maybe. Ooh, maybe not. Looks like it is. All of that, and he's going to heal this whole army up. He's done a great job microing. Look at that. All these low HP footmen. A huge force that he has. And with this huge force, he can come down here and continue the harass once again, if you'd like. He's not level 2, so he might decide to opt for maybe a creep on the shop. Pick up level 3, maybe. If he does that, he can get some nice items at daybreak. We'll see if he decides to do that, or is he going to come straight over here because he knows he has time, because he knows that his opponent hasn't got the expansion up just yet, and if he does, he's still going to have to walk down here because he knows he can't build it over here. So it's going to buy him some time. If he decides to creep that up, not going to do it. He's going to come over here, and the next question is, does he creep this out for level 3, or does he go for the harass? I'm curious to find out. Joker going to have a hidden Huntress at the tavern, going to pick up a Pandarian Brewmaster, and he is creeping this out. He does have a couple of little skeletons right now. He's going to have to back away as that Mountain King runs in, and probably going to try to kill this Forestral Shadowbreaker, or Priest. I'm kind of surprised he didn't, but he saw the panda with the scout farm up here, maybe over there. Okay, sorry. He saw that, he probably figured that was coming. One way, either he saw it or he didn't. He did get the bolts around off on the panda, which is going to be a kill right there. And the Dark Ranger in a little bit of trouble. He did get bolted as well, but he is going to be able to get out of that position without too much of a terrible problematic issue. Yeah, I thought there might be a farm here. There was indeed a farm there, so he saw the panda walking over this way and said, yes, I'm going to get that panda and I'm going to kill it. You also have this scout farm here, so if the panda had walked up this way, he would have seen it coming. So he kind of knew when it was coming this way. Really clever play by Mr. eMaLfans. Level 2? Yeah, level 2 on the Dark Ranger. Really late level 2. We're 8 minutes in the game. One of the things Dark Rangers are really renowned for is their ability to speed creep. And that's just not happened this game at all because of the harass that eMaLfans has done. And he's level 3 on that mountain. eMaLfans, yes, picked up a Forestral Berserker from this mercenary camp, but Joker killed it, and Joker got the other things. He got the Mud Golem, which is going to provide slow, as well as the next Forestral Shadow Priest right there, as you can see. Another bolt going off onto this Dark Ranger, as well as a bash. Going to TP right on out of there, though, and he's going to leave these buildings to it. He's going to say, come on, buildings, kill these footmen. Unfortunately, he's going to have to bring these wisps right on down here. Here comes that panda that has revived at this point. And eMaLfans going to pick up the Ogre Mauler. Is there another bolt? Yes, there's another bolt onto the panda, and there's one more, in fact. Should he decide to do that? Does he have any kind of way to keep that panda alive? Looks like he's going to try, but it could get bolted again. Oh, a detonation. Going to be able to prevent the mana from being able to bolt that panda one more time, which probably would have killed it. So, really nicely done by Dark Ranger, by Joker. And another detonation to really make sure that Mountain King has no mana at all left in him, and he is slowly starting to regenerate up from none again. So that's going to take him a while before we can get another bolt off. Very nice play. And now you can see that the Dark Ranger, with all these skeletons, he can creep out pretty easily, but the Mountain King coming right back in. But we do have Dryads out, so he can't really harass as easily as he wanted to at this point. And he's just going to staff on out of there with that Staff of Teleportation. Picks up a Clarity, sells something or another, and probably going to use a Scroll of Regeneration here once these footmen have all grouped up a little bit. And there it is. Pendant of Energy. Keeps that dropped on the ground while he is using a Clarity, because you get a little bit more mana. When you pick up an item like this, it gives you additional mana, but it gives you proportionate to the amount of mana you are. So basically, it's not exactly, but it's better to go ahead and do it like this. To go ahead and drop those mana items on the ground. You probably already know that. It's like Warcraft 101, but hey, do it if you got it, right? Next up, Dark Ranger, Joker, this is a dude. He's going to creep out this shop. He was able to creep out the expansion. You can see how quickly, he is way behind considering, all things considered, because of the fact that there was such a crazy good harass, and his opponent put up an expansion at the same time. But Dark Ranger builds are very fast. Everything comes together very quickly. So he is already tier 2. As you can see, he's working on tier 3, getting pretty close to it, about halfway through it. And he's going to have a decent army, and he was able to creep up pretty quickly, and as you can see, level 3 Mountain King versus level 3 Dark Ranger and level 2 Panda. So definitely something where Joker's build has been able to overcome the harass, regardless of the fact that it was indeed a pretty nice harass by eMaLfans. And also, you can see double arcing Sanctum as well as Workshop right here. Gonna check the main real quick, looks like nothing's in there, and he is definitely not taking it through from Keep on up, and he is going to pick up an Archmage as his second hero. Archmage, interesting choice to go with his second hero. Normally you'll see a Paladin and then a Blood Mage or something like that as the second and third. Archmage second, it's definitely done. It's not completely uncommon. We've seen it. It works okay because it does give you Brilliance Aura, and you need the mana as the Mountain King. You really do. But, oh, and that skeleton, that Dark Minion being left right there, really, I don't know if that was clever or an accident or what, but wow. He came in there with a Scroll of Regeneration on, half HP, walks in, buys the Scroll of Healing, but he gets his Scroll of Regeneration canceled by that Dark Minion. Really, really nice play. Whether it's intentional or unintentional, still really, really nice. Nonetheless, that's what it is. And here we're going to see that the elf player just keeps on creeping. No problems at all, he said. He's like, I know I'm slowed and I'm delayed, but he's like, I just don't even care. He is tier 3. He's getting that bear training, that master bear training. And we have a Hunter's Hall down right there, of course. He can use that for whatever he wants. Has he got any upgrades yet? None yet. And his expansion is down. Now, also, he's throwing down an Ancient of Wind, but one more thing to consider in this game.
The town is under siege.
Is the limited nature of this map. Echo Isles is a map that has very limited resources. We're looking at a gold mine right here. This is eMaLfans expansion is natural. And it's got 8,400 gold left in it. This one has 11,680 gold in it. Now, what that means is that we're seeing about 2,000, 3,000 more gold that eMaLfans has banked. He's got it in his bank. He's got it, he's spent it, he's ready with it. He's sitting at 71 food because of it. Joker's sitting at 60 or 47 food, about 650 gold. But he's got 3,000 more gold in this gold mine. So if it comes down to the situation where Joker can hold on long enough to the point where he has 3,000 gold left in this gold mine, that means this runs out. And that means that all he has to do is bank up 3,000 gold, and he'll have an advantage in the late game. And all those mortar teams, they fired right directly on top of a footman. Unfortunate. But this is a fight. We're going to see this being taken by Joker. Interesting to do. He is definitely behind by about 30 food, roughly speaking. But that's okay. He's taking it nonetheless. He does have a pretty decent army composition to deal with this. However, we will see one of his forward show Shadow Priests going down to that Mountain King's right click, which is really good. He's trying to micro this, trying to get back here towards these mortar teams. He wants to take these guys out. He can turn them into skeletons, which makes his army stronger and stronger, which he needs. And we might see a bear going down. Indeed, it's going to die. Not what he really wanted to see happen, but it's going to die nonetheless. And Joker picking up lots of XP. Another thing is, if you can get to level 6 on the Dark Ranger, you get Charm. One of the, hands down, best ultimates in the game. And level 4 going to be picked up by that Dark Ranger as the elf player Joker TPs out. Charm basically is like, I think, a 30-second cooldown or something like that. It's really low. I don't know exactly. It might be a minute or something. But it's a really low cooldown, and what it does is it simply lets you take control of a hero, of a unit. It becomes your unit. That simple. It's like possession, but it's instant, and it affects anything. You can do a spellbreaker, you can do a destroyer, you can charm anything, because ultimate magic goes through Magic Community. So any unit you want, as long as it's not a hero unit, you can take. That's a big deal, especially on this map. That's one of the reasons Dark Ranger is very good on this map for 2 reasons. One, because there's so many low HP creeps that you can use and turn into skeletons, which lets you creep very quickly, and 2, because of the limited nature. His ultimate is so good when you don't even have to win fights, you just have to charm units and pull a game out, make it last long. Now we are watching a fight happen. eMaLfans putting down some towers. Those looks like they're going to get canceled, and that wonderful Panda Brewmaster right here going to come in here with a nice Haze Fire, going to immediately be canceled a little bit by a Healing Scroll, but still the damage has kind of been done. Going to see one of those mortar teams going down, turning into a skeleton indeed. Level 4 Dark Ranger, he's just saying, let's just keep on killing stuff, and he's going to do that. Cast a level 2 Silence, probably? Yeah. Not even worried about life draining this matchup. And that Panda taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to be very careful, but he does have a lot of mana pops. Well, has a potion of mana as well if he'd like to use it. It's a regeneration, or rejuvenation, I'm sorry. But he might go down if he's not careful here. He's going to get bolted. Down he goes. Level 4 being picked up by that Mountain. Level 3 on the Archmage as well. Joker having a rough fight. In all honesty, losing his Panda like that. But, oh, he has a Wand of Lightning Shield, and that's so good on that bear, doing so much damage. We saw so many units die right there. Lots of damage coming out from that Wand of Lightning Shield. Really, really well done. And the Archmage in a lot of trouble. He's going to be forced to TP at 50 HP. And it looks like Joker is able to win this fight nonetheless of losing his Panda. And I say win the fight, I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It's hard to call, really, when it comes to look at the resource count. So let's just look at who is sitting where. eMaLfans sitting at 57 food. Not a position he wants to be sitting at, because 57 food, you're in upkeep. You can't really say, let's bank a little bit at 50 while we heal up and then break. No, you have to keep on going with your army. You have to keep on massing. You can't really stop. But then again, I don't think eMaLfans' strategy is really to do anything else there. But also, he's in upkeep this whole time, so he's losing a lot of gold out of this gold mine. Meanwhile, Joker is sitting at 55 food. I'm gonna guess he just broke. I wish I'd clicked a little bit sooner. But point is that basically at the beginning of the last fight, right? The beginning of the last fight. The beginning of the last fight. Yeah. He was probably breaking upkeep, because you generally want to break upkeep when you fight, because basically you're going to lose units. Those are going to be reinforcements. You want to do it. It's just really good for him. And he lost a lot. He lost a whole lot of units. But I would say right now, because my guess is that Joker, the elf player, has been in upkeep less. He's probably doing pretty good. He's probably winning these fights. Because he definitely had less supply, and he was still able to come out decently. He still forced the TP. He still killed a lot of units, and he still got a ton of XP. That's a level 5 Dark Ranger now, and like I said, it's a limited nap. If he gets level 6, oh man, that's huge. So, with the Panda dead, he gets a lot more of experience, just because, you know, he gets all the experience from all the dead units, and that's huge. So, but the question is, big question is, really, will the Dark Ranger actually be able to defend this without the Panda? But it's going to come out pretty soon, so... Oh, it's already out. I guess it doesn't matter. I like these towers. eMaLfans is kind of saying, this is going to be my position. And this is a key position to hold. Because this position basically gives him unfettered access to this shop, which is big. And look at that, he's got another tower going on. Again, keeping them far apart so the Panda can't just like ruffle lots of them. But here comes a fight underway. Let's see some dispels on the water elemental. Going to be able to try to take that down for the experience. Getting very close to level 4. There's level 4 on the Panda. Very nice phase fire on the mortar teams once again. Level 4, very close on the Archmage. Very close. These bears, they're going with a more balanced approach for your upgrades. 1-1 upgrades right there. As you can see, the same for the Spellbreakers. The Panda right here, very low on HP. Did get bolted. Gonna try to get out of here. Will he go down? Will he get staffed out? No staff of any sort on the Dark Ranger, so I guess that doesn't matter. So the Panda died. Not really what the elf player really wanted, but at the same time, he's getting a lot of XP on that Dark Ranger. Look at that, halfway through level 5. And if he can pick off just a couple more units, which he's certainly going to do because he's got Dryads and he's chasing units down, he's going to get a lot closer to level 6. And if he can just get that level 6, ooh. If he gets that level 6, he's going to be able to just start charming units left and right. And that is not something that eMaLfans is really going to be prepared to deal with, I don't think, because look at this. He's been in upkeep the whole game. He's got 4,500 gold left. Right now, his best bet might just be to bank up. He can probably defend this location, probably, right? Maybe. Maybe not. It's not a huge army, but it's big enough. And he's got defender's advantage if he's back here, defending this position. The town hall's not really any trouble. It's got towers and buildings in front of it. So, maybe that's the best call. Maybe it is. Just, you know, let's say I'm very low. Let's get the rest of this gold. Can't bank for 4,000 gold. That's probably not going to work out. But bank out for a little while. Because, of course, as we can see, Joker, 7,500 gold left in this gold mine. Wow, he is just... And he is an upkeep. He's at 69 out of 70 food. Going to finish this Moonwell. And he's probably going to hit around 75 food, probably is my guess. Probably right around 75. Oh, whoa, whoa, what is this? He's just put down a Chimera Roost. Okay. Well, that might change things. A Chimera Rooster. Oh, and it's going to get scanned as soon as it goes down. Well played by Mr. What's it called? Mr. eMaLfans. Really well played. And here we can see that Mount King going to come in here, going to get forced to staff out. Took a lot of damage. Going to be forced to use those clarities and their Skull Regeneration, which is about 170 gold, just because he got caught in the wrong spot. That's half of a TP. And that's not going to give him to full life either. So that was a pretty big catch for the Mount King, especially when he's trying to save pennies right now. As you can see, he's banking, right? So he's definitely trying to do that. Doing his best. And, man. He will get to full life with these here priests healing him up, though. He's level 5. He is level 5. You know, he's not level 6. He's level 5. He's not even halfway through level 5. He's just level 5. Look at that. Just level 5. 1400 XP. That's all he's got. Panda comes out. He's level 4. He's got decent items this time. You know, he's like, alright, you want to focus me? I got a potion of healing. I got an anti-magic potion. I got boots of speed. And I got the staff. And now I got a potion of lesser invulnerability. Go ahead. Focus me. Which is interesting that he's done this. He's got an item on the ground, but I can't see it. And it's almost getting... The Archmage is invisible, so he could actually end up stealing that if he wasn't careful, which you don't want to give. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't that not be funny? Would that not be funny? If he got surrounded, his Archmage surrounded. That would be just terrible. But, so you look over to the other... to the stream chat, and you're just like... What? Anyway, that's not important. So here you can see this fight going down immediately. Gonna see the water elemental getting dispelled or abolished by these dryads. 2/2 upgrades on the elf units. Human units still 1/1. So Joker's definitely ahead in that count in that front. And look at this. Oh, that Archmage or that Dark Ranger is so close to level 6 right now. So very close. Gonna staff one of those guys, one of those bears right on out. Staff has been swapped on over to the Dark Ranger. Oh, and here comes that Mount King from way behind out of nowhere. Here comes level 6 on the Dark Ranger though. That means charms are definitely an issue. Unless he went with level 3 silence. He didn't. Yeah, good call. Wouldn't believe that he would do that in any chance. And now he just needs to be able to charm something. He needs to find a unit to charm. He's going to pop that potion of invulnerability because he's being focused by those towers and the Mount King. The Mount King also taking a lot of damage here. He needs to be careful because he doesn't have any way out of this position. Level 5 being picked up by the Panda over here. You can see that the Archmage is kind of hugging the water. It's not really doing a lot. And there comes the Panda. Going to cop another potion of mana using the little thingy there. Going to steal the Sorceress. Why not? It gives him the ability to cast invisibility. And, I mean, there's not really a lot of juicy units, so that's not a bad unit at all. And here comes the Chimera. Oh, man, this position is completely going to be undefended because there's no way that the eMaLfans or SoK can do anything about this. And that Mount King, ooh, he's so low, very low, possibly going to die right now. He needs to get out of here. He's really playing it close. Going in for the bolt on the Panda. Oh, but he will go down nonetheless. Sorry for the screaming. And down goes the Mount King. Traded for the Panda. Was it worth it? I don't know. Here comes a flying machine. Those can also be charmed, but charm is on cooldown right now, and he doesn't have enough mana anyway. And SoK is somehow holding this position. I don't even know how, but he was able to hold it, bringing some more peasants back down to the gold mine. Says, all right, get back to work, guys. I know that we just kind of witnessed a huge fight and travesty and tragedy and all sorts of things, but get back to work. Because that's what workers do. And SoK being very ballsy, chasing right across the map. I mean, just right on across the map. And he's going to try to kill some stuff. He might be able to kill a bear here, but there is a staff, so he probably will just get staffed out. Oh, no, it just goes down to Mortar Team. A little bit of burst damage for you. And that Chimera is also taking a lot of damage, but he does happen to have a rejuvenation on him, and he gets staffed right back out of that fight as well. Here we can see these flying machines getting attacked by the Dark Ranger. He's saying, I'm just going to keep on going, kill the Fairy Dragon, and then I'll back out. Cost of 1, maybe 2. Yeah, 2 flying machines, not a big deal.
Behind.
Wonderful water. And this is kind of interesting because eMaLfans now is in a position where he's regrouping. He was able to hold that on. He was able to hold on that whole fight. He definitely went into the start of that fight, lower supply, sitting, still banking a little bit. He'd broken just recently, so it wasn't really a lot of food. And his Joker guy right here sitting at 60 food once again. Oh, but what did I say? Once this gets down to 3,000 gold, well, at this point, things have changed. Now you can see this has 4,400 gold in it, and this has 1,700 in it. The reason things have changed is because he had to quit mining from this for a while. So The goal here is really to be the last person holding onto a gold mine, or to win before that, which would also work. And really for eMaLfans, he wants to win fast because there is charm, and I don't know what he's investing in these chimeras for, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal because those flying machines are going to do nothing at this point. They just got flying machine or Panda Breath of Fire and owned, and that was huge. I mean, just lost a lot of those flying machines right there, and now it's just a short matter of time before. A very short matter of time before things go really poorly for SoK. It looks like, because I mean, that Panda is just level 5. He's just so strong right now, and just doing so much damage. And he's still got charm. You know, he still has charm. That's the big thing, I think, is that he still has charm. Charm basically means that he doesn't have to worry. He doesn't have to worry about anything. What's he gonna worry about? But it's not. I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't have a very big army. I mean, look at this. It's not a huge army. This much bigger army. 66 food versus 60 food. Problem is these chimeras, they each take up a bunch of food. They're 5 food each, and I mean they do a lot of damage, as you can see. I mean 69 to 117 plus like 30 from the bear roar, but they don't hit air, which isn't a big deal. But I don't know. They do a little bit of AOE. It's about this much AOE. So it's not a whole lot, but I don't know. We're basically just going to see a fight happen at some point, and that's really what's going to happen. He's killing off his peasants. The reason for that could kind of vary. He doesn't need them anymore, so kill him. He could use them potentially as militia, but they're in the way for food supply, so also they give experience, and they could be charmed. I mean, the thing, you're not going to charm a peasant over a spellbreaker or a mortar or a priest. You're not going to do it. So, I don't know. Right now, we're kind of in the lull of the game. And, you know, really, eMaLfans, he's about to run out of gold. So he might as well just, you know. Where's that monkey? I don't know. Oh. The thing is, the big thing, right, though, is that the Archmage is level 5. So the Archmage, if the Archmage can get level 6, then he can play
a player's forces are
big
under
kind
attack.
of mass teleport all over the map, not really fight, you just kill your buildings kind of strategy. But he has to get to level 5 to do that, so he has to fight to do that in the first place. And he's not really going to be able to afford to build any more units once this goes down, which is about 60 gold. So that's about to happen. He doesn't have a lot of gold. He doesn't have a lot of gold at all. So there it goes. His opponent has 2,500 more gold. That's a lot of units. So yeah, who knows? Very nice save of the water realm until he kind of ran away from those little flying machines. Look at those items. Ooh, ooh, baby. Level 7 on that Dark Ranger is insane. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Level 7 means he's got level 3 silence, level 3 little dudes, little skeletons, and then his charm ultimate. So he is gonna be a real pain to deal with. But I mean, at this point, the question is: does eMaLfans want to go out and fight him, or does he kind of want to use the defender's advantage? Because that's the question, right? His opponent has 2,500 more gold to mine. Do you just let him, or do you fight him? I think you should fight him. But defender's advantage is a big deal too. But, you know, he's got a Dark Ranger with charm, so the longer the game goes, generally the worse off you are. And if he can micro really well, though, if he can micro really well those flying machines and kill these chimeras, that would be a big deal. I don't know if he's going to be able to, but we're about to find out. Oh, charms the Water Elemental. Unfortunately, that one doesn't have a lot of duration, and it's going to get killed anyway, it looks like. Here comes that fight. We will see a nice stun on the Panda. Uses those flying machines while the Panda's stunned. But the question is, there is a pretty big Breath of Fire kills all but one of those flying machines. He's going to focus down the Chimera using the Mount King and his units to AoE for range units to kill it. This fight is very close. Look at this. But a lot of eMaLfans units are going to die nonetheless. And again, he's not going to really go, oh, level 6 Omni Panda. Big ultimate, going to probably come in, maybe not, who knows, but he is level 6, which is cool. Avatar being used by the Mountain King, of course, that was the first hero, so Archmage not quite level 6 yet, and it looks like actually, eMaLfans might even be able to win this fight. Mounting a little bit of a tiffy, not a huge tiffy, a little bit of a tiffy. Panda gonna be just bashed a couple times, whatever, not a big deal. The question is though, oh, Panda is taking a lot of damage. Panda is gonna maybe die. Oh, he dies. Spellbreaker's Charm. That's not gonna matter without your Panda. There's no way. There's no way. And level 6 has clearly been on the Archmage. This looks like good game in favor of the. Oh, but maybe not if he loses that Archmage. He could be in trouble as well. A very close ending right now. Very close. Either player could win if just some bad things happen. Do not lose your Mountain King. Don't lose it. Oh, he's running out of there very carefully. That Archmage also taking, or the Dark Mage taking a lot of damage as well. And he is going to try to staff out. And if he does get it, oh yeah, there you go. That looks like eMaLfans just secured the victory. Not a lot of gold left in the Elf player's gold mine. All he has to do is heal up just a little bit. But if he loses that Mountain King, if he wanders just the wrong way, if he loses that Mountain King, he is in a bit of trouble. Don't lose your Mountain King. You can win the game, but you can't if you lose the Mountain King. Or if you lose the Archmage. You can't lose anything. Oh, this is... Ooh, eMaLfans probably shouldn't have ran out of the map like that. Oh, no, his staff is on cooldown. He's trying to find the Dark Ranger for a nice bolt, but oh, a potion of invulnerability going to prevent that to happen, and GG's going to be called. Joker wins. Joker. Congratulations. That one was close. That one was close. That was really close. I think eMaLfans should have tried to heal up a little bit, maybe. Maybe sold an item at a shop. Done something? Got a priest out? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. But that was a pretty close ending. So I hope you guys like that. That's both of the games cast. I'm gonna get both of those on YouTube either today or tomorrow. We'll see. Probably tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed them. And like I said, I'm gonna try to do these at twitch.tv/PureB. 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I don't know what the days are. I don't know what the schedule is gonna be for that yet. I haven't decided. Also, sorry for my stuffy nose. I'm all allergied up, which is unfortunate because I'm taking allergy meds. It's not really helping, which is ugh. That's what you get when you buy generics, right? That's probably not true at all. But anyway, so that's the stream. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.